Listen. Oh, all right, guys, check it out. Good morning, Corby. I miss you too. How's your new job going? All right, I didn't get giveaways loaded. Let me load a couple giveaways. Welcome in. We're going to have to turn the fan on. We're going to get an air conditioner installed here a little bit later today. Cool it off in here, make it a little more so my rocks aren't melting, right? You know it's hot when your rocks are melting. Oh, I'm sure. I understand. Holy shit. He didn't fuck around, did he? Good morning, Shorty. Right? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you guys only been split up 3 or 4 months. Oh my gosh, I actually woke up this morning, Shorty. I think I'm finally starting to feel human again. Woke up and got up and bright and early. I was like, wow, it's been a minute since I woke up this early and without, like, my alarm going off and dragging myself out of bed. Oof, that's no good. Nightmares are the worst. They're the absolute worst. Some selenite, girl. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. All right, here's a sticker bundle. Yes, for sure, for sure. I do have some crystal givvies, guys. If we get some bids going on, we'll run some crystal givvies. So, pew. Mm. I got a Rocky finally came and brought me a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll be going through that later. Here, I'll show you. He brought me a decent load. So we got to get this mess in here cleaned up and get all the tables drug out. But he brought us a swimming pool. So it's out here in the back. We got to get it cleaned and set up. It's nice. It's a 14-foot. There's the tarp for it. The frame's sitting over on the other side. So Dusty's super excited about that. But he brought me these tubs. There's a bunch of books. Shorty might need some books. I don't even know. That's some kind of dishes in there. I don't even know what else in here. I haven't had a chance to look at. What's this? A whole set here. Oh, it's the Chronicles of Narnia. Disney, bunch of Disney stuff, I guess. Oh, these are some more sets. The Cooper Kids Adventure Series. Probably better find them and put them back in there. There's what, 3 of them? Yeah. Where the red fern grows. Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Interesting, right? So I don't know. We got a bunch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 totes and a couple boxes full of stuff to go through, plus all the stuff on that shelf and about half the stuff on that shelf. So I think it's gonna be a fun. Plus, he brought me this bookshelf. He's like, "Here, you can sell this or this shelf." He's like, "Here, you can sell this," and I'm like, "I think that's gonna get hung up so I can put rocks on it." I don't think it's gonna get put in the sale pile. Isn't it cute? I'm like, that one's gonna get hung up. Yeah. And this cute little shelf. Look at this thing. Little wicker shelf. It's dirty. I'm like, oh, I could clean that up and put rocks on it. They'll have to be probably not anything too fragile because it's wicker. But, oh, there's another tote. Oh, check this out. What's his name? Slappy? Is that who that is? Slappy? From, I only got one hand here. Hold on. He kind of smells funny. Slappy, you kind of smell funny. His pants are down. Yeah, from Goosebumps, yeah. Does he talk? His mouth moves. Interesting. I don't think he actually is a ventriloquist, though. I think he's just the doll. You know, to look like. I don't know. How old is that? I feel like it's older than Goosebumps. It sure looks like Slappy, but I kind of feel like it's older than Goosebumps. How old is Goosebumps now? I don't know. More dolls. Life size. Oh, this girl's got a little stand. Since the 90s? Well, maybe. Precious Moments. She's an old one. You're so welcome. Yeah, so lots of stuff. And then he brought me a pile of clothes. I'm like, I don't want that. He's like, well, but you're getting it. Comes with the load. I was like, great. Just what I need. I got like, Mount Laundry more in my house that needs to get washed and put away. He's like, and I want my totes back. And I'm like, right, okay. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to clean out a couple of the nicer ones and take them over to the house to put all the blankets and stuff in. Yeah. Because what happens, man, it drives me crazy, but I'll wash the blankets and, then they end up back on the floor and get pulled out. And like I have a closet shelf to put them in, but, one of the kids or critters will go in there and next thing you know, they're all over the floor again and they all have to be washed again. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? So I am going to take a couple of those totes and clean them out and put all my blankets in them as they're getting washed so I can put them up and the kids and the critters and stuff can't get to them. Be like, what? You need a blanket? Wash yours. Dolls. Best mom, I'm in Missouri. Um, I'm gonna do a garage sale with that stuff, and then I'll do garage sale shows here on Whatnot. So that's all. That's what that is. My brother does junk removal and storage cleanouts and house cleanouts, and so he is forever collecting stuff. So this whole stack of stuff came out of one lady's basement. Um and so, he is very good about not just throwing everything in the dumpster. And he doesn't quite have a place to set up and sell it yet, cuz he focuses more on the scrapping the metal, and like he does all that very responsibly. It's pretty cool actually. Um so he is bringing me, that's the first load of mini, I'm sure, stuff to do garage sales with here in this building. And then I'll just split the money with him, I'll pay him for his gas and time to bring it over here and all that, but I'll just split it with him. So it's a win-win. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Shorty. And I did buy a tote to do that with, but not very many blankets fit in one tote, especially the big winter ones. And it's time for that shit to get put up. Yeah, yeah. So, and I got a bunch of stuff at the house to bring over here for garage sale too. I do. I've had some before and they are pretty awesome. I do need to order some. That's a really good idea. They actually work really well. Yep, and then just suck it all down flat, and I could probably get them all in 1 or 2 totes instead of 5 or 6. Super good idea. I need to do that. I need to do that. They probably have those at Walmart these days, you think? I gotta go to town later. Right? Yeah, I have so many blankets. I'm kind of a blanket hoarder. And sheets and stuff for a variety of reasons. First of all, like when I was a kid growing up, we only had wood heat. So when it would get real cold out, my mom would blanket off the living room and everybody would stay in the living room because the rest of the house didn't have heat. And we lived in a huge old farmhouse. And so, I remember several times when we had so many blankets. Holy shit, really? Um, That's crazy. So I'm gonna have to look some of this stuff up before I go dollar starting it, huh? Thank you again. Shorty's full of all the good stuff this morning. I love that. Definitely. Well, I know there's a bunch of Disney stuff in there too, and I know some of that stuff goes for pretty high dollar. Mm. And Darla bought this deck of cards from Rocky, like, I don't even know how long ago. Aren't they cute? And Rocky was like, "Oh yeah, they're in my truck. I'm gonna send them to her." And then he was like, "Oh, I forgot." And he's kind of ridiculous. And so Darla bought them from him probably almost a year ago, I'm thinking now. Oh, they are adorable. Care Bears have a rainbow day. Aw. So she's gonna be excited. I'm gonna be look, Darla, look what I got for you. She's gonna be like, "What? No way." Yeah, she probably we've talked about it a couple times. Rocky come over here and I'm like, "You got Darla's cards? I'll just send them with her next basket." And he's like, "Oh, I forgot them in the other car." You know, he's kind of ridiculous. He's my baby brother and I love him, but he is kind of pretty fucking ridiculous. Do I have any bees? Hey, Three Spoons. Congratulations on your giveaway. I don't think I have any bees, actually. I have some bumblebee, Jasper. I don't think I have any bees. You're so welcome. I got a tooth and some skulls and a bunny, a reganite, grape agate, pretty confident I don't have any bees. I have a really cool bee sticker on my shelf though. Isn't that awesome? These are crackle spheres. Yes, they are not quartz though. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and educate you just a little bit. 90% of all the crackle spheres you're gonna see are not quartz, they're glass. So there are some quartz crackles out there for sure, absolutely. But almost all of it is going to be glass. And if it's dyed, then I can almost 99% say that it is glass, not quartz. They're still really cool though. But yeah, they are super cool. It's glass. So what they do is they make the glass spheres and then they drop it into cold water. And that difference in temperature creates that crackle in there. And then these are just dyed, so they soak them in the different dyes. Yeah, really simple process. They're pretty cool. If you break it, if you drop it, it will break into all those different little crackle pieces. And then they just, they still have, then they just polish them, so smooth up all the cracks. And oh, this one, yeah, he's a chameleon. Isn't he amazing? I have money agate skulls. I have a garden quartz skull. I got a jade skull. No cotton candy. These money agates are gorgeous though. Yeah, he's adorable. It's a fossil stone is what that's called. You're so welcome. I got all kinds of stuff though. Here. Those are Sailor Moons. It's an angel. Here's a couple elephants. This guy's cool. He's that he's that fossil stone too. Isn't he cute? Picture Jasper. Um, some big towers up there. Oh, there's more stuff over here. I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Perpite, Malachite, lots of variety of spheres. Petrified wood. These are awesome. Chips glasses. Chips wine glasses. Lab, amethyst, all kinds of pretties. I had to clean this off because I had some rocks melt on me, so I need to finish cleaning it up. I was like, what? Is that more water? It's not. Sandstone. These are awesome. Acorns. There's a heart. Human heart. I got some minis. I got some squirrels. Some little Pokemons, bones, duckies. There's some ding dings, a couple Snoopies, some crystal clusters, amethyst towers. Pretty stuff up top here. Here's our blacklight room. She's all glowy. Yeah, cleaning that out. Do it. Get it on out of there. Isn't that amazing? Selenite's one of my favorites. I don't know where my blacklight is. Flashlight. Here it is. Here it is. Let's look in here. Ooh, we got the big kyanite. Good. That'll help get all that out. Clean that out. That's not your energy. Clean it out, girl. Those are lapis, reaganite. That Ben's calcite's gorgeous. All the septarians. They're so glowy. Blue amber. Ooh, Euperlite. Uranium quartz. Volcano. There's some more volcano. Oh, I got all these bundles on the table, guys. They are in the buy it now. These are nice bundles. $25 bundles. Yeah, all the good stuff. It's getting hot in here already. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, I just got one. Rocky brought me one. So, the one he brought me is actually too big to put in these windows over here. So I'm going to trade it for the one that's over at the house and put the big one over at the house and the little one in this window. So I got to rearrange and move my plants, and um, I got to get ready for that. So Michael's sleeping in. I don't know if he's up yet because I've been over here for about an hour, but when he gets up, that's the first thing we're going to do is move the air conditioners around so I can have some air conditioning over here. And I know it'll keep this area, the rock room part, cool. And it'll seep in and kind of help keep the rest of the building from not being quite so miserable. It's not going to cool the whole building, but it's a start. I'm happy with it. I won't melt when I'm in here anyways. Most importantly. Yeah, I'll set some fans up too, and the ceiling fans are going, and it'll be all good. All good in the hood. Oh, seriously, and I can get my rocks back out of the refrigerator. I got a whole pile of them in there. I was like, I'm just gonna leave them in here until we get this figured out because they're just gonna melt again. Mm. And we got to go to the town today and do the town thing. That's always so fun and fabulous, right? Yeah, I got to get some more sinus pills. I just took my last one. I'm like, oh man, I got to get some of those. We got to go to the grocery store and we got to get some bolts to hold the pool together so we can get that pool set up for my kiddo. So we're figuring it all out, you know. It is, man. So she was like yesterday, after he left, it was getting late, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, mom, let's go set that pool up right now." And I'm like, "Well, first of all, it's a used pool, so we're probably gonna have to get some parts for it, and we need to like drag it out, see if it's got any holes or big tears or anything." It actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. There's a couple little spots I've seen that we'll need to put a patch over, but easy enough to patch, you know, nothing big, crazy rips or tears. So I think it's totally doable. The frame's all there, but the clips that hold the frame together are not there. So I'll just have to buy some bolts. Easy enough, you know. And I'm not too sure about the pump. I got to figure that out before we go to town because there's a big square for the skimmer box, and I don't know. I got to figure that out still. So see if the parts are there for it or whatever, whatever, you know, the stuffs and things. So I told her, I'm like, it's probably gonna take a few days, but um, we're just gonna set it up on the grass. I'm not actually gonna dig it up and put sand down and all that because I don't know 100% sure like where we want it for the long term. And I actually want to get a bigger one. This is like one of the stand up, you know, soft sided ones. And it's 14 foot and it's probably only about 3 foot deep. Yeah. So I mean it's super awesome, super thankful for it, but I don't want to I don't want to like dig it all out and do the sand and all that. So we're just gonna set it up, you know. We're just gonna set it up on the grass. It'll be fine. I might put a tarp down under it. Yeah, for sure. I think it'll do great for a while anyways. At least the summer, I think it'll last. So absolutely, right? And maybe even next summer. Might last us 2 summers before I'm ready to get a bigger one. So I want to get a bigger one. I want to get a 24 foot that's like 5 feet deep, 4 or 5, well, 5 feet tall, 4 feet deep, you know, and put a deck on it and all that fun stuff. But I'm not ready for that. That's a big expense that I'm just not ready for. There's lots of things on the list before that. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. And so this one, I can't set it up in the yard either, you know, because the animals, it's soft sided, it won't last. So it's going to get set in the backyard here behind the bar. So that's cool. Yeah, and but then when I get a big one, I kind of want it in the yard, and I want a hard side, you know, so if the dogs jump on the side of it or something, they don't put a big hole in it. And we had that happen once. We had the one of the first pools we bought. I've had a swimming pool for the majority of my adult life, and one of the first ones I bought was one of those uh, 12-foot Walmart setup specials, you know, and little bitty thing. It was like 3 feet tall. And it was awesome though. The kids loved it. My kids were littler. Well, Macy was the only kid I had then. Dusty wasn't even around yet. Macy was littler. So it was like perfect. You know what I mean? And one of the dogs went out. She was playing in it. And one of the dogs went out and jumped up and their claw caught it just right. I think it was her dew claw, maybe. I don't know. But just ripped down the whole side. And that thing, whoosh, man, the whole pool full of water with the kid on her little floaty went shooting across the yard and down through the grass and dumped her onto the fence. And she cried, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And she's like, "My pool." So it didn't hurt her any. Yeah, she was upset though. That's what I was thinking. She's like, it was fun, but my pool. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take, you know, I got so much cardboard, it's unreal. So I'm actually gonna, I was thinking about taking the cardboard and laying it all down under where we're gonna set the pool up and kind of making a square around it. So the cardboard will keep the grass from growing up through it and it'll eventually just disintegrate, you know. But then he doesn't have to weed eat right up close to it or mow. He could just mow around without getting close. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Yep, because I have the cardboard. I got that. Uh huh. And I mean that'll keep all the weeds and stuff from growing at least for the first year, you know. And so I think that'll work out pretty good. I do. I do. Something soft, so like a barrier between the ground and the pool, like how normally you would dig it out a little bit and then you'd fill it with sand and put your pool on the sand. So I'm thinking cardboard. Cardboard, man. Sounds like a good solution. All right. Well, I was going to hang out with you guys for a couple hours this morning, but I'm already getting melty and I'm not quite ready to melt yet. So I think I'm just going to call it and go back over to the air conditioned house. Yeah, and it will. It'll just disintegrate right back down into the earth. It'd be perfect. 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 Yep. I love it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back over to the air conditioned house and change the laundry around, I guess. See if I can make enough noise to get Michael out of bed. Oh, sure, 3 spoons, absolutely. This one right here, number 2. This is a pretty bundle, isn't it? It's got clear quartz. It's a really pretty clear one. 2 clear quartz. Rhodonite, a light colored rhodonite. Dragon bud. Yellow calcite. Indigo Garbaro. Green opal. 1, 2, 3 of the little calcites, couple moons. Those freeforms, these are jade, these are calcite, these are calcite. This is a Shiva, and this is a Unakites. Unakites. That's bundle number 2. I can run it for you. Yeah, I'll probably this evening I'll probably get on and I'll probably run these bundles again tonight, and then hopefully I have air conditioning tomorrow and I'll run them again, but then they're going to go back on the shelf because I need to get this table cleaned up and on out of here too. I need it for garage sale stuff. So think about it, my dear. I will here in just a little bit. I'll load up a show for tomorrow. Yeah, that flame is super awesome. Super, super awesome. And the flower agate bowls. Yep. Alrighty, alrighty. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm already getting melty and it's a little too early for that. So I'm gonna go over to the house and see if I can't make enough noise to get Michael out of bed. He might already be up. I don't know. All right, guys, I love y'all. I'll see you later. Have a super awesome day. Bye. Yeah, come on, honey. We need air conditioning.